According to literature, when the staff really fits in with the culture of the company, it's conducive to improved productivity, it's conducive to competitive advantage. So that's something that at the moment you feel Meetup lacks?
No, I mean there's cohesiveness within the employees here. No doubt. People are proud to work at Meetup. People are stoked to work at Meetup. Are they happy? Well, I don't know about that. But to really change the culture here, it really starts with changing the Vietnamese culture. And I don't know how that's going to be possible. Because at the end of the day, each one of these employees are Vietnamese people. Right? And to really get to Vietnamese people, you have to kind of get the Vietnamese society. And that will hopefully in turn help our company. Yeah, if we implement new ideas and really show them how to do things the right way, is it going to help? Maybe. I'm not necessarily fully convinced that it's going to help because in the end they're Vietnamese and they do business a certain way. They're used to a certain level of excellence or non-excellence, I should say.
Yeah. What are the greatest challenges that you find in sort of creating a company culture that you feel would better suit this company, or that would propel this company to greater heights? Things like resistance, or maybe the fact that you're American and you see things in a different way, or perhaps the fact that you're overseas Vietnamese. Are these things that you find challenging in your everyday?
Sure, of course. Those are personally challenging things from my experience and the experience of other non-Vietnamese people that work here.
Sure. What steps is management doing to perpetuate or to communicate the company culture that ideally it would like to instill in the company? Do you have things like symbols, like myths, rituals, or ceremonies? Like, I'll give you an example of each. Like the Hard Rock Cafe, the symbol is the guitar, sort of symbol of rocking out. It encourages very sort of alternative people to join the company, people that have tattoos, piercings, funny hair. Rituals, some companies in the morning everybody gets together and does exercise. Or in Italian companies, everybody always has the habit of having coffee before starting the work day or whatever. Is there anything that happens? Nothing?
Probably. Okay, so one thing is I guess we used to have lots of design shows years previous, and those really brought a lot of the we used to have yearly parties and people would always look forward to them.
Okay.
Outside of that, not really.
So like people don't have coffee together, or there's not something that people usually do like as a part of their routine every day?
Sure, but there is, but it's segmented here in Meetup. So for example, IT department, those guys will just have coffee by themselves.
Okay.
Sales guys, every once in a while they're going out. Right? Marketing team, they used to go do lots of karaoke back then.
Okay.
So there are team building things, but they just come out of people just being friends with each other, and not necessarily because of the company.
Okay.
Enforcing it or suggesting it.
Is there something that you think could be done by management to sort of create a little bit more bonding between the departments? Or
Sure. Right now, definitely it's very segmented, and I don't know what to do.
Which usually tends to be the case in most Vietnamese companies that I've worked for. It's just. Oh, speaking of which, just at the top of my head, information sharing is a notorious problem working in a Vietnamese company, simply because there's very little cooperation between departments. It seems like everybody wants to hoard information and has a mentality that if I know something that you don't know, that makes me more prized as an employee. Do you find that that's an issue here, or are there?
Not necessarily so, but their information is being withheld them. That's for sure.
Okay.
But amongst the employees, not necessarily so.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's talk a little bit about the HR frame or the HR policies of the company. Organizations and people need one another, and the fit between individuals and the system is poor. Productivity drops. Sort of goes in the same line as what we were discussing before. Again, Google is the example that springs to mind. They're known for their high octane and very creative company culture, and as such they attract and develop individuals that have some of these attributes that they're looking for. Conversely, a bad fit between an employee and the company can lead to apathy, decreased output, sabotage, passiveness, conflict. Have you experienced any such things in your immediate surroundings, or?
Yeah, there's apathy here, most definitely. Some people just do their job and go home, and that's it. It's just a job to them.
Right. Is it because of the culture, or is it because they don't feel like their opinion matters, or just if they don't care, they just want to bring a paycheck home?
Yeah, all above.
All the above?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Look, I'm trying to tell you the truth.
No, that's
And
fair enough.
I'm not going to try to hide anything from you. And the reason why is because if you're really coming in here trying to help us, then it's important that I give you the truth.
No, for sure. And again, I completely understand because I've worked in the corporate world.
Yeah.
I worked at Megastars as the sales and marketing manager. I've worked at the Sheraton Hotel. So I'm very much aware of the fact that there is a very clannish mindset here. Oh, I work in IT and therefore everybody else can go to hell, kind of thing.
So yeah, in terms of people, yeah, people just get bummed out and they don't care, and they don't care about doing good work.
Is it more of a Vietnamese mentality, or is it because of the bad economy, or is it because at the moment, like you were saying before, there's a lot of holes in the company at the moment in terms of leadership and communication being trickling down?
Leadership, communication, lots of holes, most definitely. Economy, not necessarily the same. I think it was probably the same way before I even came in here.
Okay.
Lots of apathy. And why is that? That's the burning question, right? I think it's literally because these workers are being overworked. They're not given the real right to do things or have the ability to actually execute whatever project they need to by themselves. But that last statement goes into two things. Are they capable of doing that?
Right.
I don't know, and I don't think so.
So there's a lot of micromanagement coming from the very, very top. A lot, well, not necessarily micromanagement, but there's a lot of, let's just say the power is not distributed across the.
Sure.
It's a very vertically integrated power system whereby all decisions come from the top,
And then execution goes.
and execution goes to the bottom. Okay. Do you guys have a problem with any staff turnover in terms of people sort of getting bummed out and going to work for a competitor?
Working for a competitor, I don't know, but within the last 6 months, we've had a lot of people leave, and most of the VQs have left.
It's fair enough.
So, and the VQs were the ones in the upper management positions. So, which is really unfortunate, as we kind of need them.
Okay, so upper management at the moment. Can you give us a bit of an example of who left the company?
Quality control, quality assurance, international sales.
Yep.
Creative actually, skip the creative one. Quality. Yeah. HR manager. We had the guy that was setting up the stores, the displays. I think it's called merchandising guy. That's what that.
So a lot of key positions that would essentially help to bring the company back on track.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good that you mentioned the HR manager leaving because